Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope we're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. This video today, I'll be covering this controller. This is the VICTRIX BFG Pro Reloaded controller. This has been covered on the channel before, but this in particular is the PC version. So not the PlayStation version, not the Xbox version. This is the PC version. And there's some very interesting points to raise regarding the PC version. So let's delve into the controller, let's talk about it and what's good and what's bad about the PC version. So I have covered this controller on the channel before, so for more detailed information on the Pro BFG Reloaded controller, check out this video, link in the video description. So talking FightPad specifically, the Pro BFG Reloaded controller is my favourite. This does have a module that allows you to have 6 buttons on the face of the controller. And I think with the module, this is the best one out of all of them at the moment. It's got a good shape. The buttons are redesigned. So on the 6-button layouts, you have 2 buttons there, 4 and then 6. So before it used to be further down, which was quite annoying. But with the reloaded version, they've moved the 6 buttons upwards, which is much better. Good shape, good weight to it. There's 4 buttons on the top. So you have your bumpers and your triggers. And then on the back as well, on the reloaded, you get these 4 paddles and they are very sharp and responsive. They're not mushy to the feel, really, really nice. And it has a nice D-pad. This is my preferred D-pad, especially for fighting games. So I love this controller. But the controller, when I tested the PlayStation version, I didn't like the fact that the polling rate was very low. And you can feel it in matches, in games, when you play fighting games, or any games for that matter, you will notice that your inputs, the timing of your inputs will differ ever so slightly. It's only marginal, but you can feel it. So when you're trying to get crucial tight links, you can drop them. It's more frequent on this controller because of the low polling rate. A higher polling rate ensures that your timing of your buttons is more consistent. So that was one of the downsides of this pad. The other thing as well, this was a me thing, I would accidentally knock these toggles. These toggles are used to limit the movement of the triggers. So if I do that, push it down, that's full movement now. But I would accidentally click these and cause them to lock up, and I prefer the full travel. So that was a me thing. I actually found a solution to that, and it was just to tape these over so you can't knock them. But some people in the comments said that doesn't happen to them, so just a me thing. But those are my 2 complaints about the controller. So what's different about the PC version? So the good is that when you plug this controller in, this will also be 125 Hertz. However, if you update the firmware to version 1800, that will bump the polling rate up to 1000 Hertz. So somebody at VICTRIX or Turtle Beach has been listening to the feedback, which is really interesting because I've not had any contact with VICTRIX. So someone had the right idea of bumping up the polling rate. And that's amazing. That was one of the major flaws I felt, for me personally, with this controller. So that's really, really good. So onto the negatives of the PC version. Now, the first negative, I need to show you what comes with the controller. When you buy the controller, when you open it up and all the accessories, there's one omission, and it surprised me to find this out, especially after I purchased it. So let's move that to one side. So you get a manual. Pro BFG Reloaded. I think I've referred to it as the BFG Pro Reloaded, so apologies if I've done that earlier in the video. And you get the carry case. So this is the carry case. You've seen this in the old video. Very nice case. Let's carry that around. And this is the contents to cover the manual. That's the contents. Now I'm going to let you just look at that for a couple of seconds. See if you notice anything in particular. If you do notice anything, comment in the video description. Don't cheat. Comment now. See if you can see what's missing. Maybe this will help. Maybe if I move this out of the way. So there are some bits underneath. So maybe that will help you figure out what's missing from this package. Have you spotted it yet? It is the FightPad module. You do not get a FightPad module with this controller. I can't believe that the Pro BFG Reloaded does not come with the module, the 6-button module for the PC version. Unbelievable behavior. So before I talk about the module, let's talk about what you do get. So you get the 2 other D-pads. That's like the stock one, I think. That's the cross-shaped one. You get the longer, taller analog stick and the shorter one. You get the screwdriver. The screwdriver is used, if you don't know this, let's quickly go over it. That's how you change the modules out. So there's 2 screws there, There's two there. So you can flip these around. You can pull that out to install the 6-button 5-pad module that you don't have with this package. That's what that's used for. You get your lead as well. It's a very long lead. I think it's actually quartz. It's velcroed in. Pull that out. It's a very long lead. It's USB type C, which is nice. Purple as well. VICTRIX colors. But here you get a few additional pieces with the PC version. So you have the different gates. So the octa gate. This is a circular, no, another octa gate for the two analog sticks. And you get these as well, which is really nice. You get some converters. So you get a USB type C to standard USB 3.0. And you get a USB to USB type C. And you get the wireless dongle as well. So you get that. I believe you get that for the PS and Xbox version. So you have that as well. So the adapters are very nice. That's a nice touch. But it's really surprising that they haven't included the 5-pad module. So in VICTRIX's defense, if you look at the box, it doesn't actually advertise that the 5-pad module is included in the package. You can see there's no mention of it at all. And it is my fault. When I bought the pad, I didn't read the description. I assumed you'd get the 5-pad module because I thought that was part of the package of the Pro BFG Reloaded controller. But as you can see there, it's not part of it. So not entirely VICTRIX's fault, but I don't understand why you wouldn't include it for this pad. I thought this was the flagship model. It's been advertised within the FGC. So why you wouldn't include the 6-button module for the 5-pad functionality makes no sense to me at all. So I'm now on Amazon.co.uk. If you look at the PlayStation and Xbox versions, they are £169, which is a lot for a controller. I think it's justified for this pad. But remember, the PC version does not come with the 5-pad module. If I go to that version, it's only £10 cheaper. So that, I feel, is VICTRIX's justification for not including the 5-pad module. But if you purchase the 5-pad module, it's actually more expensive. And I should note as well, whilst this is the PC version, the PlayStation and Xbox versions do work on PC as well. So you could buy, and that was my plan, the PlayStation version, but still use it on PC. But the thing you won't be able to do is you won't be able to tap into the 1000 Hertz polling. And of course, the PC version will not work on console unless you've got an adapter. And on the VICTRIX website, you can see the Xbox, PlayStation versions are 17999, whereas the PC version is 15999. So there is a £20 price difference there, cheaper on Amazon. But you can see there's a difference between the console versions and PC version regarding price. And if you navigate to parts and accessories, you can see that they do sell the Pro BFG 5-pad module. So this is the revised module. I haven't seen it listed on Amazon or any other websites online yet, so I'll likely purchase this module from VICTRIX directly. So the next point is not a major issue, but it is still significant. You'll notice that the pad that I ordered from Amazon is grey, but you'll notice the 5-pad module only comes in black and white. So that's not going to look great on my PC controller. So I'd maybe steer away from the grey because there's no 5-pad module that comes in grey. I don't know if VICTRIX plan to update the package to include the 5-pad module. I think it should, personally. I mean, it's good if you don't want it. You'll save £10 to £20 here or there. But I think the selling point for this controller, it is heavily marketed within the fighting game community. So to summarize from my perspective, a lovely controller. I'm glad that the 1000 Hertz polling has arrived for the pad. One thing I will say is I don't know if upgrading the PlayStation or Xbox versions to firmware 1800 will also increase the polling rate to 1000 Hertz. I spoke to the guys in the Discord, and no one in my Discord has said that their VICTRIX for console has bumped up to 1000 Hertz polling. So if you've got one and if you've updated it to the latest firmware, let me know if you have tested the polling rate to see what it currently is. It was 125 Hertz before. I think it will still be 125. I think the 1000 Hertz polling is a PC exclusive feature. What I also find interesting is that VICTRIX don't advertise the fact that it's 1000 Hertz polling, because I think that's a real strong selling point. Maybe it's because they don't want to divulge that information regarding the console version, so they don't speak on it at all because the console version is stuck at 125 Hertz. So I hope that's given you more information regarding the PC version. So the extra Hertz update the firmware version, maybe avoid the grey because they don't sell the 5-pad module in grey. It's only black or white. So maybe VICTRIX will update the package to include these features, to include a grey module. But I play Street Fighter 6 on PC, so this is great for me. It's great to have the more consistent, higher polling rate, more consistent inputs, and to use this controller. I want to use this controller in Street Fighter 6, so I'm looking forward to using this once that module arrives. So I'll give it updates on how things go once I've got that. But thanks for watching, guys. Any questions or any queries you have, let me know. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.